Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to our presentation to Digital Mental Literacy Hub. In this phase, software requirement specification documents, we focuses on non-functional and functional requirement for the system. Besides, this presentation is presented by Group 10. Let me introduce to our group members, Goh Chang Zhe, Rahman, myself, Zi Xian, Ahmed Ali, Rahman Elfatih.
Hello everyone, my name is Ahmed Ali. I'll talk about the introduction. So in this phase of our project, develop the SRS for our mental health latency hub. This phase is critical because it translates all diagrams and modules from phase 2 into a formal structured document to define actually what the system wants to do through detailed functional and non-functional requirements. The SRS cover major models like self-assessment, self-core tools, telehealth booking, their support forms, reporting, user management, and system monitoring. For each feature, we prepared complete use case specification highlighting steps, flows, inspection, and related requirements. We also include the quality attributes like performance, security, and usability, and defined system boundaries, rules, and technical terms. These documents now serve as a blueprint for developers and tester, ensuring that the system can be built and validated correctly in the next phases.
Now we will talk about an overall description for the use case prepared for this system data mental literacy hub, and we go through for each module in this use case.
And this is now I'm going to talk about the overall description. The video one shows the useful segments of the video that have the university have useful pointers, student and technical you can start assessment. And there are 11 use cases across 5 subsystems. The first subsystem is self-assessment. The student complete a review assessment, and then the professional check in progress. These include VP1, VP11, and VP5. The next subsystem is self-care and education. Student across self-care 2 and modules, and then this includes UT2 and UT3. The next subsystem is telehealth appointment. The student book appointments, this one is UT7, and then for professional management, this is UT8. Okay, the next subsystem is peer support. The student join support forums, this one is UT04, and then the last subsystem is reporting and administration. The student report concerns that means manage usage, and then monitor the system usage, include the UT6, UT9, and UT10.
The next one I'm going to talk about is the product perspective. The Digital Mental Health Literacy Hub is a centralized web-based platform that supports student mental health, as shown in Figure 2.1, which is my Go diagram. And then the first one is self-awareness and early detection via self-assessment tools. The second one is self-care and prevention through self-care tools and educational modules. The third one is peer and professional support via forums and constant reporting. The fourth one is therapy access through telehealth appointment booking and session tracking. The fifth is the faculty empowerment using mental health training modules. The last one is the system intelligence usability via AI-driven recommendation and admin tools. Okay, now I'm gonna go through the 2.1.1 until 2.1.8. Okay, the first one is system interface. The system ensures reliability with a centralized database using DBMS to securely store user data in customer bank data. The second one is user interface. The system offers role-based dashboard with access to features like self-assessment, telehealth booking, and user management. The third one is hardware interface compatible with laptop, desktop, mobile device with at least dual-core CPU, 4 GB RAM, and internet access. The software interface is accessible via modern browser and built with MySQL, PostgreSQL, Apache, NICE, and standard operating system. The communication interface is the system uses HTTPS and RESTful API for secure data transfer and email or video API for communication. And then the next one is memory stores user profile assessment and activity logs using scalable cloud storage. The next one is operation support multi-role operation like appointment management, feedback, reporting, and password recovery. The last one is site adaptation requirement, web-based and accessible on most internet connected device. Requires a stable connection for best performance. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the product function. The system support for user roles, student, mental health professional, UTM staff, and admin. The student can access self-assessment, self-care access tool, modules, forum, report concern, and book appointment. Then the professionals can manage appointment, consult student, and track mental health trends. And then the UTM staff can view student progress and join training. And the admin can manage user system usage and generate report and handle feedback. The system also support AI recommendation and activity tracking for improvement. And then the next one is user characteristic. There are 4 user types, where are student, where their age is above 12 and enroll in university, access most features. And the second actor is mental health professional, which is university staff responsible for consultation and managing appointments. The third one is UTM staff, access, training and monitor student progress. And then is admin, manage all data and report. No technical background required. Okay, that's all.
Hi, Dr. Johanna. My name is Goh Chang Zhe, and I'll present the constraints, assumptions, and dependencies of our system. The system must comply with Malaysia's Personal Data Protection Act, support standard devices, integrate with UTM systems, log user activities, and provide admin access control. It's built using HTML5, JavaScript, and PHP, with strong security, high availability, and accurate data handling. We assume users have stable internet and modern browsers, log in with university student ID, provide honest input for assessments, and access the system in English on secure server.
Okay, for the next one, a portion of requirements. Some of the features in this version will be postponed to the next version. For example, AI powered recommendation engine, which will offer personalized mental health content according to user behavior, as well as a mental health training module designed for faculty members to assist them recognizing and supporting the students' mental health risk. These features are valuable, but they will be developed later once the core functionality of this version student has been fully implemented.
Now, I'll present the specific requirement of our system. Here is the class diagram that shows the main components of Digital Mental Health Literacy Hub. The base user class extends to student, admin, and mental health professional, each with distinct roles. Students complete self-assessment, raise concern, access self-care tools, and book appointment. Mental health professionals manage students' cases, while UTM staff monitor well-being, admin tracks system activity, and forum hosts support peer interaction. Here is the state transition diagram of our system. The first state transition diagram shows how students take a self-assessment and receive a mental health status such as severe, moderate, or healthy based on their score, each with different support. The second diagram outlines secure login and password recovery, including account creation, credential validation, and authentication to manage user access. Now here is user interface, and this is the prototype of dashboard page. Users are able to navigate to different features such as self-assessment, self-care tools, peer support forum, and book telehealth appointment. Users are also allowed to view current mental health status, mood assessment, and peer support forum on dashboard. This view self-assessment result page shows current and past mental health scores. Student can click View More to download the full report with details. Below are the self-assessment section that user can interact with in order to navigate to access self-assessment page. This is access self-assessment page that allows students to answer all questions after they selected an assessment. After completion, it generates an updated mental health score they can view in detail. This access self-care tools page allows user access resources like meditation, stress relief exercise, mood trackers, and relaxation music. It supports students' mental wellness by connecting them to helpful self-help tools. This Access Education module page provides students with additional learning resources. Students can click on each material to view details or download it for further study. This book telehealth appointment page allows students to select a mental health professional, check availability, and reserve a session through online booking system. This Participate in Peer Support Forum interface allows students to browse and engage with posts from others. User can reply, create new posts, or tap to view full detail, including comments and description. This tracks student mental health progress interface and allows staff and mental health professionals to monitor students' well-being. Clicking on students' ID reveals detailed insight, including observed behaviors, feedback, and wellness indicators to support informed care. This report concern interface allows staff and mental health professionals to submit reports with recipient details, title, content, and attachment. The system auto-includes mental health analytics and send a structured email report. This managed telehealth appointment interface allows mental health professionals to view, cancel, or reschedule appointments. Professionals can select a student's profile to update details or modify bookings. This managed user interface enables staff to browse accounts, update details, deactivate or delete users. All changes sync automatically with the system database. This monitoring system usage interface allows staff to track user activity, system performance, and feature engagement. It highlights popular resources and generates reports for audits and improvements. Now, I will start with the software interfaces. The systems runs on modern browsers like Chrome, Firefox, or Edge, support Windows, macOS, and Linux, and uses MySQL or PostgreSQL for data management. It's hosted on Apache or Nginx and developed using Visual Studio Code. Now, for the hardware interface, it requires at least a dual-core processor, 4 GB RAM, and a 200 MB of storage, with higher specs recommended. It supports common devices with internet access and runs on a server with a 4-core CPU, 8 GB RAM, and SSD storage. For communication interface, our system uses HTTPS for secure data transfer and RESTful APIs to connect the front end and back end. It also integrates with external email services via SMTP or API for sending reports and appointment confirmations. If video feature is added, third-party APIs will handle telehealth features, ensuring smooth and secure communication.
So now I will talk about the system features in our system mental health literacy hub. So the first module is module self-assessment and process tracking. In this module, it shows how the student, therapist, and UTM staff interact with the system. This module includes a view self-assessment result, UC005, track student mental health progress, and UC001, assess access self-assessment. So this is the use case of the first module self-assessment and progress tracking. So where the student interacts with this accessing self-assessment, and mental health and UTM staff is interacting with the track student mental health progress. And the student can also view their assessment result afterwards. So this is the use case specifications of UC001 specific access self-assessment. So this use case represents how the student access and complete a self-assessment related to mental health. The system analyzes the response and provide results along with the relevant suggestion for mental health support. The student begins self-access by accessing the assessment, and the system displays a series of questions related to mental health symptoms. Then the system answers the questions. The system then provides a list of questions where the students can answer each questions, and the students can view all the assessment result. And the system will provide suggestions such as self-care tool, relevant content, and virtual support, which will also record store the students' data results in a student's account. After that, the student can view the results of the self-assessment the student have encountered. The also the related document in this specification is the system shall be able to display self-assessment. The system will also able to display a list of questions related to mental symptom. It will also send a suggestion related to relevant contents. Will also allow to view the results of self-assessment. The system will able to store the student data in encrypted format. The system will also able to display an error message on the screen if there is any system failure. For the next use case specification, which is UC001, where the student can view self-assessment result, this use case specification describes where a student can view the result of a completed self-assessment, and the system retrieves and display the stored result, including mental health status and personalization to support the student's well-being. The system will retrieve and process a response and analyze the data and generate a result, which will display to the student to see the result of self-assessment completed by the student. In the specification, the related requirements are the system shall be able to display a self-assessment result. The system shall be also able to analyze data and generate. The system shall be able to store the student data. Also, the system shall be able to display an error message on the screen if there is any system feature updating. And lastly, this is the use case specification for UC005 to track student mental health progress. This use case specifications describes where a UTM staff and mental health professional how they track system tracks and monitors student mental health progress using data inputs, analysis, and recording mechanism. So the staff begins by logging into a system and inputs the data. The system analyzes data and generate a report and will review the report to the staff. The staff then review and decide on the staff then the mental health professional reviews decide and on actions whether to follow up or not for the system. The system then facilitates to follow up. This specification related requirements are the system should be able to display the mental health tracker. The system should allow staff to input student mental health data. The system should allow staff to access and review student progress reports. The system shall notify mental health professionals when intervention is required. The system shall provide follow-up actions or supporting mental health resources. The system shall be able to collect and store the student mental health data in encrypted format. The system shall be able to display an error message on the screen if there is any failure updating.
Okay, now going to the second module. This is the diagram, the package diagram that we have for the model. So the student is our actor and he interacts with two use cases. We have use case 2, which is access self-care tools, and you have access to educational modules in use case 3. The student accesses both use cases and interacts with them. More on that later. Okay, so we'll briefly explain the use cases here because I mean, I don't think you can see much with the screenshot of the activity diagram and the use case specification. So I will just go through them real quick. I want you to check the document because this is the best I can do. It's a lot of information. So the use case specification for access self-care tools, we have all of the information, who worked on it and who last updated the use case, the description, and also the normal flow and alternative flow and the requirements. I really can't read; it's so small. So if you can check the document, it will be better. The activity diagram we have on the right of access self-care, we've already discussed this in phase 2, which is just see how it goes. I think we already said it in phase 2. So yeah, that's all we have for this use case. Now moving on, we have the other use case of the model, which is use case 3. This is the use case specification for use case 3. On the left, access educational modules. We have all the information here, the description and everything. And on the right, we have the activity diagram. We see how it goes from the system to the student, and then how the student can go to the normal flow. That's all we have for this model. Okay, now moving on to the second model, we have the appointment management subsystem, or the appointment management model. Our main actors are student, admin, and mental health professional. Uh, the student only concerns himself with how to book the appointment and requesting an appointment. The mental health professional, on the other hand, is the one who takes care of the appointment, the time, and everything else. The admin can step in to help, but most of the work is on the mental health professional. So the student accesses booking, and the mental health professional accesses the management of the whole thing. And the admin can come and change some information, but the main thing, or the main access, is to the mental health professional. Okay, now we start with the booking appointments use case. This is the student's point of view. So the student is the only actor on this use case. And we talk about how the student can interact with this use case, the description and everything on the use case specification on the left. Basically, the student can book an appointment, can request an appointment, and that's all he can do. Just request a time, request an appointment, and just wait. And he'll get notifications if anything happens. On the right, we have the activity diagram, and that's it. That's all we have for this use case. Now moving on, the second use case in this module, the management of the appointments, manage telehealth appointment. So our actors are admin and telehealth professional, or mental health professional. So the mental health can navigate and check the requests he got from the students, and he can accept or ignore the appointment. If anything happened, or if the student waited for too long and nothing happened, the admin can assign a telehealth professional to the student. Um, I guess that's about it. I guess that's all I can remember, honestly. If I can read, I will tell you more, but that's all I can remember. On the right, we have the activity diagram of the process, and that's about it.
So for this module, peer support and community engagement. So this subsystem describes the functionality that enable students to connect with their peer and participate in supportive mental health discussion within a safe and moderated digital environment. It includes use case 4, participate in peer support forum, which allows students to view forum topics, join discussion, and post content, and interact with others who may share similar experience. This model supports emotional expression, peer-to-peer encouragement, and community-driven mental health awareness, contributing to a more socially connected and supported platform experience. So for the use case specification for participating peer support forum, so this use case outline how the system tracked and monitored student mental health progress using data input, analysis, and reporting mechanism. It also details how staff and mental health professionals interact with the system to access and act on tracked information. So first, the system will display all the list of suggested forum topic. After that, the student will select the forum topic they wish to join, and the system will load the selected forum, his decision thread, and after that, the decision made by student if he want to join the forum or not. If he want to join, the system will finish the process. If not, the student will select another forum topic. So in this module, the reporting and administrative module include the initial feature for system oversight, user management. It allows user to report mental health concern, as in use case 6, enabling early intervention by notifying professional. Administrators can manage user accounts through creating update and effective and rules assignment, ensuring secure and controlled access. As we can see in this use case, the mental health professional and UTM staff interact with report concern, and admin interact with manage user usage and monitor system usage. So in this use case, report concern, this use case describe how a student submits a mental health concern, which is forwarded to a professional to enable early intervention. So first, student will log the system. After that, fill consent form. If it's valid, the system will notify the mental health professional and UTM staff. After that, the mental health professional and UTM staff will receive a notification and can view the concern and follow up action. So this use case describe how the administrator manages user account by creating, updating, filling, and assigning rules to ensure secure and controlled access. As you can see in the activity diagram, the admin will log into the system and view a list of user and select the user account. After that, the system will update user details or change state and apply changes. So in this use case, monitor system usage. This use case describe how administrator view system activity, including user engagement and access log and feature usage to support and performance evaluation. So as you can see in the activity diagrams, student navigate to monitor system. The admin will, after that, the admin will display user list and the discussion decision made by the system if user available or not is not available will show error. If available, will select it and show user details. After that, can edit the details by updating it and by updating and make some changes.
So the next topic I'm going to talk about the performance requirements of the system. So basically, in this system, there will be a performance requirements where a user dashboard and content will load within 2 seconds, such as educational module, forms, and appointments. And will also the system shall be able to handle form submission within 5 seconds, like self-assessment, concern reports. Also, the system shall be sent an appointment confirmation and system notification instantly or within 1 minute once the students book for an appointment to mental health professionals, and the system shall be operational 24/7 to provide a continuous mental health support access.
The design constraint of our system is it must comply with Team's IT policies, ensuring secure handling of sensitive student data. It must integrate with Team's system like SS4 and student portals and be mobile-friendly and browser compatible. It should also perform well during peak times like study weeks.
Okay, now I'm going to talk about the software system attributes. The Digital Mental Health Literacy Hub is user-friendly with tutorials and simple navigation to support students of all backgrounds. The clean and accessible UI or UX ensure ease of use. The system is secure. Only registered user with valid credential can access it. It supports multiple devices, including our desktop, laptop, and tablet. Designed for reliability, the platform supports key functions like assessment, telehealth, and peer support forums. It uses a modular structure for easy updates and future features like AI suggestion. The focus is user certification, security, and scalability.
And last but not least, the other specific requirements for this system mental health literacy hub is usability, portability, flexibility, reusability. The system interface will be user friendly with a simple layout for students, staff, and professionals. For the portability, mental health literacy hub system will work seamlessly in any device, like PC, smartphone, tablet. Also, the flexibility in the system is designed to be accessible in any device. The reusability for the system components such as forms, report, and model will can be reused, as well as logging system can be reused to reduce time, cost, and human resources. And that is all for our presentation. Thank you so much for listening.